Indies Inferno. A Cutter Kauai Sea Adventure. By Edward M. Hochsmann. Narrated by Google Play AI. This book is dedicated to my parents, who successfully managed to raise a son in challenging times and become a good friend to him after he left home to join the service. It is also dedicated to the Coast Guard, the oldest continuous seagoing service of the United States, and its complement of supremely skilled, committed, and courageous professionals. They stand the watch and lay their lives on the line every day to save others, defend the homeland, protect the environment, and promote maritime commerce. Semper Paratus. Prologue. The environmental extremist group Climate Annihilation Response Emergency, or CARE, began as the U.S. version of similar movements in Europe dedicated to ending petroleum production. The U.S. group's members were as fervent in their beliefs that the world's end from climate change was nigh as their European counterparts, and started off employing their tactics of vandalizing artwork and disrupting traffic in major cities. But the U.S. is not Europe, and it was only a matter of time before activities such as these escalated into deadly violence. The breakpoint involved a grieving father whose young daughter had died in an ambulance blocked from reaching a hospital by a CARE protest. Outraged by their public, unrepentant dismissal of her death, he gunned down and killed 6 of the group at another CARE protest the following week before being killed by the police. It was a galvanizing development. The public, the mainstream press, and the government had already had their fill of the group's sanctimonious rhetoric and intransigent behavior, and this new threat to public safety was the last straw. A zero-tolerance policy was quickly enacted by municipalities across the country, dusting off and vigorously enforcing existing permit regulations for public gatherings. CARE members who attempted further disruptions were instantly arrested, removed by force, and held for prosecution to the maximum extent of the law. The litigation normally attending such heavy-handed government policy was conspicuously absent. Not even the American Civil Liberties Union would take CARE's phone calls by this point. Rational people would take stock of the event and the intense and near-universal negative reaction to their approach to engage in some self-reflection. Many CARE members did, and quickly disassociated themselves from the movement. Unfortunately, this left a rump of the most fanatical members dedicated to the furtherance of the cause by any means available. They were well supported in this by wealthy dilettantes, industrialists seeking profits in green products, and other shadowy organizations interested in the destabilization of society. Unlike the radical groups of the late 19th.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?